Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Conal Rosario. People from all over Goa celebrated the auspicious festival of the Hindu New Year, Gudi Padwa, with great joy. The festival marks the onset of Spring Festival and is celebrated on the first day of the Chaitra month to invite prosperity and good luck. Herald TV wishes everyone a very happy Gudi Padwa. And here are the visuals of the Gudi Padwa celebrations in Panjim and Mapsa.
People from all over Goa celebrate the auspicious festival of Gudi Padwa. Celebrations were held to mark the start of the new year and the onset of spring. Gudi Padwa is celebrated on the first day of the Chaitra month.
Jai Shivaji! Jai Bhavani! Jai Shivaji! Jai Bhavani!
इतिहास हा त्यासाठी स्मरण करायचा असतो आणि तसाच्या तसा वास्तव इतिहास आपल्या समोर येण्याची गरज असते. तुमचा इतिहास म्हणजे पराभूतांचा इतिहास आहे, शरणागतांचा इतिहास आहे. तुमच्यातल्या भांडणामुळे तिथे इंग्रज प्रस्थापित झाले असं झालेलं नाहीये. शेवटचा जो किल्ला लढला गेला, शनिवारवाडा लढला गेला, तो ब्रिटिशांनी तो पूर्ण उतरेसोर त्यांनी ठरवलं होतं मराठेशाही पूर्ण संपल्याशिवाय इथे आपलं राज्य प्रस्थापित होणार नाही. आणि त्यानंतर सुद्धा जिथे कुठे संघर्ष निर्माण झाला तो पहिला महाराष्ट्रातल्या मराठी माणसांनीच केला हे लक्षात ठेवा. मग ते उमाजी नाईक असतील, रंगो बापूजी गुप्ते असतील. रंगो बापूजी गुप्ते हे कुणाला माहीतच नाहीये. प्रतापसिंह भोसले नावाचे जे आपले शेवटचे छत्रपती होते, शेवटचे म्हणजे त्यावेळेला ब्रिटिशांनी हरवलेले, त्यांचे हे वकील. प्रतापसिंहांनी त्यांना असं सांगितलं की तुम्ही लंडन मध्ये जा आणि तिथं आपलं गाराणं गा. इंग्रजीचा काय म्हणतो आपण, इंग्रजी भाषेच्या बाबतीत काही तोंड ओळख सुद्धा नाही.
आम्ही नववर्ष हिंदू स्वागत समिती निर्माण केलेली आहात. त्यांना दरवर्षी आम्ही असं आमचं एक प्रयत्न असतं की हिंदू जे आमचे अजूनपर्यंत फाटली आहा, जे आमची संस्कृती कमी जायत आहा ती कशी तरी आमकां जिवीत करपाक जाय आनी हेच्या फुडें पालकान आपल्या भुरग्या बाळांक हेचे धडे घालपाची गरज आहा. तेन्ना ही संस्कृती आमची फुडें सरतली. आणि आतां पळय मॉडर्न जनरेशन चालू आहा, त्या कारणान भुरगीं जाता तितले वेस्टर्न म्युजिकान आनी दुसऱ्या हितून वयता. तेन्ना हे स्टॉप करून घरा कडल्यान जी एक श्लोक म्हणून जावं आनी कितें म्हणून जर तेंच्यांनी जर संस्कृती सुरवात केली जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता फुडें 2-4 वर्सांक आमची खुबशी सुदारणां जातली आनी ही संख्या आनीक वाडटली अशें दिसता.
Gudi Padwa is a time for celebrations. It signals the happy beginning of the new year and start of the joyous season of spring. But are the people really celebrating and rejoicing? Herald TV touched base with consumers at the Panjim Municipal Market to find out the ground reality. People said it is really upsetting to see the inflation around the auspicious occasion of Gudi Padwa, even when BJP boasts of a double-engine sarkar. Government is unaffected by people struggling to make ends meet due to the debilitating inflation, they said.
On the occasion of Gudi Padwa, inflation continues to burn a hole in people's pockets. People have voiced their frustration against rising prices. NCP member Avinash Bhosle said that there's a need to organize a protest against increased prices.
जी महागाई आता जी वाढलेली असा आनी हे सगळ्या गोश्टी खातीर कारणीभूत आसा हो जो इंडेक्स जो आसा आनी पेट्रोल डिझल हाचे भाव LPG ह्या सरकाराक कांयच पडलेले ना लोकांचे हाल कशे जाता आनी आयज गुढीपाडव्या सारको एक पावन दीस आसतना नव्या वर्साची सुरवात जी जाल्लेली आसा ही हे हिंदू वर्स आनी हिंदू वर्स कित्या खातीर म्हणटा कारण हे हिंदू राज्य करता आयज BJP राज्य करतात आमच्या राज्यान स्टेटीनूय करता गोंयानूय करता आनी सेंट्रलाकूय करता थंय मोदी आसा आनी हांगसर आमचो चीफ मिनिस्टर प्रमोद सावंत आसा अशें आसतना सुद्दां ह्या नव्या वर्साची सुरवात अशा महागायीन जाल्लेली आसा हें पळोवन काकूट दिसता हें सरकार हांकां कापासतना एक टायम आसलेलो जर नाल्ल जर एक 20-25-30 रुपया जाले BJP वाले नाल्ल घेवन बसताले म्हारगाय म्हणून हांगा शंक मारताले LPG गॅस आतां BJPचे लोक ही बायलां गेली खंय तांकां म्हारगाय जायना काय ते सोंसता
म्हारगाय देवना सरकार कितें करता तें आमच्यान कांय सांगूंक जायना न्हू सरकारान कितें तरी उपाय करूंक जाय सरकार कितें म्हणटा आमकां निवडून जाणा आमी हें करतले म्हणटा पण कांय उपाय करिना न्हू कोणाक सांगतले कोणाच्या अगेन्स्ट उलोवंक जायना उलयल्यार मागीर ते म्हणटा तुमी हे म्हणटा मागीर BJP नको पाकिस्तानी खालिस्तानी म्हणटा मागीर उलोवन कांय फायदो ना
घेवंक जाता बारीक हांव कितें करतलो कांय म्हणटा कांय जायना कितलें म्हारग जाता पियाव जालो दिसांनी पेट्रोल तर कितले आमी गाडयो घालता 500 रुपया 5 लिटर जाता पेट्रोल तेंय जाल्यार कमी दिसता आनी कितें करपाचें आपल्या दोनी मरपाचें दिसता
पयलीं कोण येताले आनी घेताले पळय फॉर डेली कन्जम्पशन नाव दे ऑल्सो रेटूच आयकून ते बिकम अ लिटल डिप्रेस आतां ते पयलीं 2-3 किलो घेताले आतां ते 1 किलो व्हरता ते म्हणटा इतले म्हारग आतां रेट वाडटात आय थिंक समवेर दे हॅव टू वर्क अपॉन समथींग वेरीन द कॉमन पीपल आर नॉट ट्रबल्ड एटलीस्ट फॉर कॉमन पीपल दे कॅन डू समथींग बेटर वेरीन रेट्स कॅन कम डावन पण कितें आसा आमचे गव्हर्मेंट दे आर इनक्रिजींग रेट्स ऑफ फ्यूल ऑल्सो नाव डे बाय डे वेजिटेबल प्रायसीस ऑल्सो गोईंग अप नाव वी बीइंग सप्लायर्स टू हॉटेल्स एंड ऑल आमकां ते वी आर इनटू कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट रेट्स कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट बिजनसानूय आमकां खूब लॉस जाता कित्याक वन्स वी आर टायड अप विथ 1 year tenure मोदी आतां पर्टिक्युलर आयटमाचे रेट वाडटा ग्रीन चिलीज आज 130-140 रुपीज किलो आसा एंड वी आर इनटू कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट बिजनस वेरेन आमकां ते 30-35-40 रुपीज ताजे वयर येना सो वी आर ऑल्सो फेसिंग अ लॉट ऑफ लॉसेस इन बिजनस
Devendra Gankar for Herald TV.
A BJP state president, Sadanand Tanawade, alleged that the Congress Legislative Party post was auctioned by the Congress. He also said Michael Lobo has shown the capacity to spend the money he made when he was BJP minister and thus he is the CLP leader.
Sadanand Tanawade says Michael Lobo joined the Congress 15 days before election and has now become the CLP leader. Congress has auctioned the Congress Legislature Party leader's post. Michael has shown the capacity to spend money which he made as BJP minister, Tanawade said.
त्यासाठी आम्ही पळयतात की काँग्रेसचो अध्यक्ष गिरीश बाब चोडणकार ताणें राजीनामो दिल्लो आसा आनी काल आमी पळयलें आज न्यूजपेपरारूय पळयलां आसतलें आज काँग्रेसची परिस्थिती कितें आसा काँग्रेस पार्टीन ज्या मनशान निवडणुकी पयलीं 15 दीस पयलीं ज्याने पार्टीन प्रवेश केलो तेका आज काँग्रेस पार्टीचो अध्यक्ष केल्लो आसा कारण काँग्रेस पार्टीन आपले अध्यक्षपदाची पावणी केल्ली आसा जेका तांच्यांनी पाटकराक अध्यक्ष केल्लो आसा तेका ह्या गोंयचो थिवी मतदारसंघातलो कार्यकर्तो वळखपाचो ना आनी काणकोणचोय कार्यकर्तो वळखपाचो ना भारतीय जनता पार्टीचो सदानंद तानवडे तुमचो अध्यक्ष ह्या गोंयच्या 40 मतदारसंघातल्या कार्यकर्त्याक वळखपाक शकता ही आमची ताकद आसा कारण पार्टीक पयशे आसप तेका अध्यक्षपद दिवप ही पावणी ही केवळ काँग्रेस पार्टी करपाक शकता ज्या मायकल लोबोन ह्या पार्टीक दगो दिलो ह्या पार्टीच्या खुस्तार ह्या भारतीय जनता पार्टीच्या आधाराचेर ह्या सरकारान पयशे गेले आनी ते पयशे मोडपाची ताकद दाखयल्ली आसा म्हणून तेका लिडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन केल्लो आसा ही परिस्थिती ही काँग्रेसची आसा.
The Central Bureau of Investigation has identified a West Bengal native as the suspect in the rape of the 7-year-old girl in Vasco. The CBI has reopened the infamous case and the accused will be arrested soon, it said. The 7-year-old was unfortunately raped on 14th of January 2013 in a toilet of the school in which she was studying.
The CBI said it interrogated 391 suspects in the course of investigation. Despite having body fluid evidence, CBI could not trace the perpetrator. DNA tests were carried out on 14 suspects without success. The headmistress's nephew was also a suspect in the case. 8 suspects were put through lie detector tests. 9 were subjected to fingerprint tests without much success. The Goa police had also released various sketches to trace the accused. The case was handed to CBI 4 months after the crime branch failed to nab the culprit. CBI took over the case in September 2013. The CBI did not pursue the case of negligence filed against the headmistress. The case was reinvestigated after the parents objected to its closure.
John Dias, the Goan youth who was shot dead in Houston, Texas in USA, was laid to rest in his native Chandor village on Saturday. Prior to that, a Eucharistic celebration was held for the repose of his soul. The body of John Dias arrived at Dublin, Goa early Saturday morning via a Qatar Airways flight. John Dias was 27 years old and had dreams of building a new house for his mother.
John Dias worked as a store clerk at a gas station in Houston, Texas. He had big dreams of building a new house in his native Chandor. John was shot dead at the store by a hooded youth on 20th March. Police are yet to nab the culprit and ascertain the motive. John had played as a goalkeeper for Girdoli Club. Back in Houston, the neighborhood knew him as a warm and friendly person. John's mortal remains were laid to rest at Chandor on Saturday afternoon.
आम्ही झाले चार दीस जाले आम्ही त्यांच्या त्याच्या मायक भेट दिवपाक गेल्ली तेन्ना आमकां तेंचो गांवचो सरपंच आनी तेंचो कोण वडील आहा पळय तेणी आमकां मेळले आयज डेड बॉडी आमचे मॉर्टल रिमेन्स तेजे पावता म्हणूंक लागले ताका लागून आयज आमी रिसीव करपाक येयल्या पळोवंक गेल्यार जायतो लोक तेजे फ्रेंड सर्कल तेजे फुटबॉल बराबरी आसले पळय तेय रिसीव करपाक येयल्यात जायते दूख दिसता म्हाका सांगपाक येदे व्हडल्या तरण्या भुरग्याक हे अपघात घडलो म्हणून.
After the shocking incident of two siblings drowning on 31st of March 2022 at Karmale Keri, Minister Govind Gowde has written to Chief Minister Pramod Sawant to urge landlords to build safety fences and barricades around open wells and tanks to prevent such tragic incidents. The NGO Goa Can has also written a letter to the Deputy Collector in Ponda asking to take preventative measures to prevent deaths by drowning.
Minister Govind Gowde writes to Chief Minister requesting him to urge landlords to build safety fences and barricades around open wells and tanks to prevent such tragic incidents. Siblings Navya 8 and Harsha 3 tragically drowned in a tank near their home on Thursday. NGO Goa Can has also written a letter to the Deputy Collector Ponda asking to take preventive measures. In a tragic incident at Karmale Keri, 2 minor siblings drowned in a farm tank on Thursday. The bodies of the siblings, Nyaya age 8 and Harsh age 3, were discovered by their father Deepak. The bodies were found floating in a tank a few meters away from their home. The incident occurred when the parents were away at work. The siblings were returning home post-lunch from their uncle's place.
The number of COVID-positive cases in BITS Pilani Goa campus have gone up. While in the first instance the number of cases reported were 24, the cases have now almost doubled. The number of positive cases are now 42. The cases have mild or no symptoms, but 4 students from the first lot of 24 cases have recovered. The offline classes have been called off and a mass testing is currently going on.
The number of COVID positive cases in BITS Pilani Goa campus have taken a steep jump to 42. In the first instance, the number of cases reported were 24. All the cases have mild or no symptoms.
None of the positive students are actually having any symptoms.
Okay.
So it's only isolation that is the completion that they have to do. So now out of the 24 cases which were found till day before yesterday, till 30th, 4 have already finished their isolation. So now out of those 24, only 20 are active cases.
Okay.
Now between yesterday and today, we have another cases which were added. So 22 altogether again. But even those cases are all asymptomatic. So it's matter of only completing the isolation.
Okay. Okay. So, but now, what are the steps you have taken? Because being a campus, an education hub, there are lots of students that are coming in. Parents also come. Few used to come in and go. Plus, lots of members of the faculty. What are the safety measures that the campus has taken in focus, like safety measures of all in the campus?
When we started to get the positive cases, at the same time we actually started with our online classes. Then all the physical get-togethers were cancelled. So the movement of faculty, students, and everyone else actually has been brought down.
Okay.
So that there is no mixing of the residents of the campus. But now, since none of the positive cases which are active are having any symptoms, and they are under isolation and under close monitoring by our own medical team, and also with the help of local PHC, the regular activities as such are going on, but they are not, everything is not in the physical mode. In another 3-4 days, this number will reduce drastically. So the 24 cases that we had initially found, by 5th, actually, they will complete their isolation. And then by 8th and 9th, all the cases that we have found till today morning, all will complete isolation. Now, the restrictions that we have implemented are actually implemented as of now till about next 2 weeks. So for next 2 weeks, there will be no physical classes, no physical get-togethers. And I think all this will help.
The upward spiral of fuel prices by oil public sector units continues unabated, with fuel prices hiked by 80 paise per litre on Saturday. The price of petrol is now 103.78 and diesel 94.67. The total increase in the fuel prices is now 7 rupees and 20 paise over the last 12 days. The hike in fuel prices started on the 22nd of March and has continued over the last 12 days unabated, casting a heavy burden on the common man and triggering a price rise leading up to Gudi Padwa, the Hindu New Year.
The upward spiral of fuel prices by oil PSUs continues unabated. The price of petrol is now 103 rupees 78 paisa and that of diesel is 94 rupees 67 paisa. The total increase in the fuel price is now 7 rupees 20 paisa over the last 12 days.
आमी सरकाराक सुद्दां ब्लेम करूंक शकना, कित्याक ते पेट्रोल हें आमच्या इंडियेक तर पिकाना. जर आमच्या इंडियेक पिकलेलें जाल्यार आमी सरकाराक ब्लेम करूंक शकताले. तरी सुद्दां आमच्या BJP गव्हर्मेंटान आयज येयल्ली आसा पावरान गोंयांत, तेंच्यांनी हेजेर कितें तरी कंट्रोल दवरपाक जाय.
कितें मिन्स कशें कितें कमी करपाचें?
मातशें कमी करपाक जाय न्हू. तो सामान्य मनशाक परवडना. आमकां आयज जर एक पणजेसून घरा वयतलो जाल्यार 1 लिटर पेट्रोल 100 रुपया घालचें पडटा. आतां 102 रुपया घाल्लें आसा.
आनी कितें वाडटलें अशें दिसता तुमकां?
आतां गव्हर्मेंटाचेर आहा न्हू.
न्ही बाकीचे गॅस बी तसो
थोडो कितें वॅट बीन काडूंक मेळटा जाल्यार पळोवपाचो गव्हर्मेंटान.
आनी गॅस बी वाडले जाल्यार तेचेर
गॅसाक आतां कितें म्हणून सांगपाचें. गॅसूय आतां कमर्शियलूय वाडली आनी डॉमेस्टिकूय वाडली.
ओके, जाल्यार फाटले 8-10 दीस पेट्रोल अशें वाडत आसा 80 पैसा आनी कितें तरी. आतां टोटल 7 रुपया वाडल्यात. हाचेर तुमचें कितें मत आसा?
पेट्रोल वाडप हें जावपाचेंच आसलें. युक्रेन आनी रशियाचें जें चल्लां, जें वॉर चालू आसा, ताचो इफेक्ट हो जाल्लो आसा. इंडियन गव्हर्मेंट अशें व्हडलें कांय करूंक शकना. तरी पूण तेंचे प्रयत्न चालू आसा की कशेंय करून पेट्रोल हाडपाचें. हें सगळें खर्चीकूच आसा आनी थोडें आमी सोंसचेच पडटली. आमी पळयलें की लास्ट 2 वर्सां आनी पेट्रोल वाडत आसा. ही सगळी मोनोपोली चालू आसा. इवन US तेंची तकली तेंची चालू आसा. मिडल इस्ट कंट्री आहा. पेट्रोलाचेर सगळें चल्लें. पण आतां एक बरें आसा की आयजूच हायड्रोजनाचेर गाडी सुरू केल्या. आयज तेंचेर टेस्ट ड्रायव्ह घेवन पळयली सेंट्रल मिनिस्टरान आमच्या गडकरी. आतां पळोवया ताका पर्याय कितें तरी काडचोच पडटलो. कित्याक पेट्रोल काय आमच्या कडेन ना. आमकां रेस्ट ऑफ वर्ल्डा कडेन आमकां तेंचे कडेन वाट पळोवची पडटा. पूण आतां इलेक्ट्रीक कार येयल्ल्यो आसा. आमी आतां ऑप्शनाक वयचें पडटलें. आनी पेट्रोल आमी थोडे तरी कळ सोदचीच पडटली कित्याक पेट्रोलाचेर नांव घेवन जर आमी तर गव्हर्मेंटाकूय ब्लेम केलें तर जावं शकना कित्याक बियॉन्ड कंट्रोलूच आसा म्हणून आमी थोडे तरी पर्चेस काडपाक जाय पूण गव्हर्मेंटानूय त्याच बरोबर थोडे ते टॅक्सीस आसा त्यो थोड्यो कमी केलो जाल्यार आमकां पेट्रोलाक आमकां सवाय पडटली थोडे जे वॅट आसा वॅट कमी करपाक जाय स्टेट गव्हर्मेंटानूय करूंक जाय आनी सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटानूय करूंक जाय म्हाका दिसता सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंट थोडी करता पूण स्टेट गव्हर्मेंटानूय आतां थोडो तरी हे केलो.
While the rest of the world and India comes to Anjuna to party, it is the locals who lock themselves inside in order to get away from the deafening loud music since December 2021. The residents were assured by bar owners that they won't be facing any issues regarding the music, but this was not the case, as people have been struggling to find peace and quiet for months now.
While the rest of the world goes to Anjuna to party, the residents are locked up to escape the sound fury. The deafening music makes it difficult for residents to enjoy a peaceful late evening in Anjuna. Shutting doors and windows also are of no use due to the tormenting sound.
So initially what happened, there's this particular restaurant which just opened the end of December. So they started with very loud music. We were initially told it's just a restaurant and bar and no people will be facing any issues regarding to music or any other thing. But as they started, all of us started having this music issue actually, because they were playing extreme loud music. They used to start in the evening from 5 o'clock and they used to go at 12 or beyond 12 also with the same volume. It wouldn't come down even after like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock because they used to have a good crowd. So to entertain that crowd, they had a the music was always loud. And because of this, we started having a problem because initially, I think everybody were quite thinking that, maybe it's just December. So it's going because of that, because everybody knows what December is in Goa. But then later on, we realized that it was going even the other times, which was not acceptable because we all realized that this is not just a weekend party, what is going on, or it's just for a few days, but this is happening every day. And it was not tolerable anymore because, one person can, I think, go through this, go to the, hear this music, like maybe for 2 days, 5 days, not every day. Now it's been like almost months that, this music is going on.
Tell us a little bit about what you face in the evening. Say, for instance, around 6:37 when you come back home from work and the family is settling down, what do you face?
Okay, so I actually work from home. Right. So I work for a US company. So our work starts only in the evening at 5:30. Right. It goes until 2:30. So the moment I sit for my work, all I can hear is that loud music coming in my room. Although we close the windows, the doors of our house, and you're sitting in one corner of the house, but still that music is impacting you. Right. So when I'm sitting on my work and I have to concentrate and listen what is happening because we have meetings and stuff, it's not possible to do both. Right. You're hearing it, so it's like your ears are already bursting out because of the music. Your head is going mad because you're hearing an unwanted music. So your ears start paining, you start getting headaches. Now this is what I go through. Now my parents were there. Now they are old. My father has diabetes, my mom has a high blood pressure problem. So for them it is even more difficult. My father has taken a retirement from his work because of health issues so that he can rest. Right. But now ever since this music is happening, because evening is the time I think all Goans we want to sit in the balcony and just relax. Enjoy over the relax and open, have that breeze, just enjoy the evening basically, which he is not able to do anymore. Because
so you're saying all your evenings are gone?
Absolutely.
The nuisance of loud music is not only affecting the elderly and sick of Anjuna, but youth who work for foreign companies as well. One such youngster is Alton De Souza, who works from home for a United States-based company, says that the loud music which plays till late nights affects his work calls. You can watch the entire debate, the people's fight against noise pollution, on Herald TV and Herald TV YouTube channel.
Residents from Anjuna are badly affected due to the loud music playing in bars till late night. Loud music also affects youth who work from home for foreign companies. Alton De Souza, who works from home till 9:30 p.m., says that the loud music affects his work hours.
I work for a US company. I do work from home. So my calls are mostly at night or not my job ends by 9:30. So I am in a role of audit. So my calls are recorded, and I cannot show to my bosses like so hard music like my calls get recorded and they listen to my calls, and like it's very difficult to explain them like what we are facing.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So have you faced questions from your employers in the US? Do they ask you that when you are on calls, why is there constant music blaring in the background?
Yes. So initially it was a fight to reduce the volume, which turned into a fight of sorts between like this incident.
Right.
Yeah. So like we only wanted them to reduce their volume, but this wouldn't have happened if they have just initially reduced their volume and police had taken some action.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thank you for watching Herald TV News. And for more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.